Hello, welcome to the Oral Exam Soundstage. You've got it tuned in right here on Muscatine Access Channel 9. We're excited to have you. I'm your host, Chad Bishop. This is our 7th episode, and we've got a great one lined up for you today. We've got Ravenation in the studio who will be performing a set. We'll get to know them a little bit first, and we'll even share a music video entitled 2020 at the end, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that. All right, first off, though, we've got Ryan Meehan here.
That's correct, that's me.
Welcome to Oral Exam Soundstage.
Absolutely, we're glad to be here.
So just to give us a little background, tell us a little bit about your musical journey. I just kind of want some insight about, did you play the flute in 5th grade? Just it's a musical history that got you to where you're at now as far as your journey.
Well, I never played any band instruments.
Okay.
My parents were very supportive as far as their tolerance for the louder instruments. The guitars, the drums, and things like that. Probably been playing guitar since I was maybe 11, but I just became enamored with the songwriting process somewhere around 15 or 16, and I've been fixated on that ever since.
What are some of your influences that ring a bell as far as when you were younger?
When I was younger, I would probably have to say Zeppelin and Sabbath, but it's kind of branched out to anything from Ministry to even modern day EDM.
Okay.
Just anything as long as it's not too hipster oriented. So.
Okay, so talk to us about what Ravenation is. We were talking the other day, and you mentioned it's almost a collective of sorts. So what is Ravenation?
So I refer to it as kind of an arsenal collective in a way. We have email focus groups as far as I send emails out to groups of people and I say, what do you think about this? And in most cases, everybody's very honest with everything, and it kind of helps me build parts of the songs better. People have suggestions, hey, I think, you should do this. And you do have to remove your ego a little bit. That was definitely something that I struggled with at the beginning, but the idea is to build the best song.
Okay.
And I don't personally care who contributes the most. It's to just build the best song.
So how many people are in the band, or is that the wrong word for it? Like, I know there's just 2 of you today, but you mentioned that this is kind of like a different version of...
Well, you're in the band now too, right?
Okay. That's down here. Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, I think 32. It seems like there's a lot. There's, I think, only 11 people on the last record, but there's only 10 songs too. So
some songs might have 3 or 4 people that were literally playing the music, but it sounds like there's up to 30 different people that might have had a say in something. Or
yeah, I mean, that's just kind of a joke. But as far as getting people's opinion, it's really not, because I'll send it to anybody I know that's a fan of music, and it's always good to find people who aren't involved in the actual playing of music and ask them what they think, because they have no biases, to think, oh, well, I could play that better, or I could do this, or
I know a friend of ours, their music video just dropped, if you will, but it would have been interesting had they let the public talk about it first, then re-edit it, and then put it out there. That usually doesn't happen, but it sounds like you've got a behind-the-scenes situation going where you can get a little bit of feedback and kind of enjoy polishing the craft along the way.
Sure, it's like the inverse of YouTube. It's almost as if the comment section is like
there you go.
You get the comment section before you release the video.
So who is Diamond Montana? It sounds kind of like a porn name or something, but can you tell us who that is?
I'm retired now. Okay. I'm no longer in the industry. The lawsuit's pending. That's just something that I basically do online as sort of a pseudonym to help me sell, yard ornaments and
yard ornaments.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not related to your music at all, or I thought maybe Diamond Montana was a character, or
it can be. It's actually with relation to the music. I had this other country project, and it's called Clinton County Scofflaw Society. And Diamond Montana would be the front man of that.
Okay.
And it's just this ridiculous country thing that's just very abrasive, and
Elmer Fuddpucker, have you heard of him? He was a trucker.
He was, indeed. I've heard the second half of that story, but...
Yeah, well, it was Diamond Montana was emailing, texting me, and
Yeah.
then I was having a good conversation with him. Then Ryan was asking questions, and I didn't realize it was the same person. I was like,
Right.
oh, Diamond already talked to me about that. So I
Yeah.
was like, and you caught it. Luckily, you told me that it
Yeah.
was you, because that was kind of a waste of, not a waste of time, but I was telling the same person.
Sure.
So Diamond, Montana, a country, not today. He's not here today, it doesn't sound like, but
Right.
we'll be happy to research that as well. So how do you feel about fog machines?
Fog machines. I don't have a lot of experience with fog machines, really. Do they use dry ice now? I thought that was a thing back in the day.
Oh man, is it something that is it part of your act? Could you take camera 2, please? Camera 3. Is it part of your act, or have you used special effects lighting, or what's your experience?
Well,
you perform live, I guess is my question. Like, is that
So-
are you a performance artist, or just you guys record songs?
It's mainly just a recording, and I want everybody, the viewers, to keep that in mind. It's I consider it to be a studio project.
Yeah,
That's
difference between
very-
a performance artist and recording artist, I've been learning is a thing, because that's the next step. Maybe
Sure.
some people do it opposite order. They want to perform and be in front of
Sure.
people, and then they realize, hey, maybe I should take the recording part seriously. But
Yeah.
a lot of musicians, it seems like there's that's a little apprehensive to
I mean,
now perform.
in my opinion, you build the song first,
Okay.
and then you see if you experiment with whether or not you can perform the song.
Okay, so you and Mike are here
Yes.
to represent Ravenation. We've got
Yep.
3 songs. We're going to briefly talk about them, and then we're just going to let you guys have at it.
Sure.
Last Will and Testament. Is that the full name? It seemed like there might have been a longer name.
Of an honest contractor. It was just something that I did that didn't have any. I wanted to do a song that had no choruses in it, because my stuff is very meat and potatoes as far as verse, chorus.
Okay, I
song
think I picked
structure.
up on that because I was looking for maybe a lighting cue, and it didn't seem like it was there. And that's not a complaint. It was just, yeah, that makes a lot
Sure.
of sense.
Yep.
How did the song come about? I know we're using some photos from Clinton for that one. Is it related to that at all, or is there
No,
any
it's just
backstory to the song?
no, it's just a depressing song. So
Yep. Yep.
I felt like that particular geographical area.
Clinton in the winter,
Yes,
it's
exactly.
definitely not
Yeah.
a tourist destination by
Yeah.
any means at that time of year. The second song we'll be playing is called "Be Together," and you have some sort of Muscatine connection because you sent me some Muscatine photos.
Right. I do want to clarify. I didn't write "Be Together." "Be Together" is a slowed down. Our version is a slowed down version of a Major Lazer song. They're a popular EDM artist.
Okay.
They headline Coachella. I mean, they're gigantic, and I've really been taking a look at EDM songs, and because EDM gets a bad rap, electronic dance music.
Yeah.
People hate the concept, especially using words like rave. That drives people nuts.
Some people.
But there are songs there.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look beyond all the people with glow sticks and skinny jeans and the rest of it, there are really good songs there, and that's one of them.
Gender reassignment, but genre reassignment. Taking the EDM
Sure.
song, make it country, blah,
Sure.
blah, blah, blah. We talked about that a little bit, how there's kind
Sure.
of interesting to take something that is somebody else's, but then make it your own in a way that still reflects positively on the original artist. So it's a cover
Hopefully.
song, but to
Yes.
the point where, is it really a cover song anymore at some
Sure.
point,
Yeah.
And it's hard to make money in the bar scene, if you will, without covering songs, because people kind of enjoy listening to songs that they've heard before. But I think you're onto something with, and I've seen it done many times successfully, where
Sure.
people, play a song, but then it turns out to remind them of the song, but not really be that song. So "Be Together" probably isn't a song that most of us have heard by Lazer.
By
band.
Major Lazer,
it sounds like
likely
it's a little obscure.
not.
Yeah, so
yeah,
we would have never known.
Yeah, it's and it's unlike a lot of their other songs. It's a little bit more melodic, so that's the one I went after.
And the last song is 1996. Now, this is a juicy one, especially considering our year 2020.
Sure.
But when people watch this, they're gonna notice the lyrics are thought-provoking, especially if they were alive.
Yeah, when you're 17 years old, it's crazy to look back so many years later and think about what was important to you. So I just tried to condense that down into 4 minutes. But it's also sort of depressing because it's just like, man, it's just, I really thought every night was Friday night.
Yeah.
You know, it was just a much different time then. So, and I guess that would be a quarter of a century ago.
Yeah.
So.
And that'll kind of set the stage because every year has some 2020 in it, and it's got some good and some highs and some
Sure,
lows.
yeah,
and that's
yeah.
just the nature of how life
Yeah.
is. What are your current or future plans for Ravenation, or is there a destination that you haven't quite arrived at as far as your musical future?
I'm working on a new record. 1996 is one of the tracks on it. And I got a new single coming out next month called Lincoln Way or The Highway. In addition to that, I am working with a friend of mine by the name of Sleazy B. He is Quad City's finest death metal rap recording artist. And we did a cover of Old Dirty Bastards, Baby I Got Your Money.
Okay.
And it's every bit as...
That sounds awesome.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
We definitely wouldn't perform it here because we wouldn't want you to be in the editing room all night.
With the censor, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
like a good time, though, in a public venue for sure, where
Yeah.
the rules are a little laxed.
Yeah,
When
absolutely.
you don't have the record button pushed.
Sure.
All right. Well, we're excited to hear Ravenation, who's going to present a concert for us, and have at it, guys. And thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
When I die, give all of my clothing away to those in need. When I die, distribute all of my money, 'cause I've got no use for greed. When I die, give all of my food to the nearest hungry soul. 'Cause before I die, I'm hoping all these acts of kindness will fill that hole. When I die, we really won't know what the future will look like or what it'll be. Everything could be sensational, or all of us are headed to hell at nearly breakneck speed. 'Cause when I die, I hope it's relatively painless and I can block out the world as I know. 'Cause I can't be concerned with my surroundings when I finally go. When I die, know that I'm leaving the world in a peaceful and a right state of mind. Even though it probably seems like I've lost all of my marbles, I can promise you I'm perfectly fine. 'Cause when I die, I can guarantee I've been punished for all of the wrong that I've done. By the time I die, it'll be clear I've lost my race with the sun. When I die, you'll see the man behind the curtain. All of these years is certainly me. Broken and desperate for control of a world that in the end you know he probably won't be able to see. So when I die, mix the rest of these songs the best that you possibly can. 'cause by the time I die, I'll be more than just a flash in the pan. When I die, give the woman I've always loved my blessing that she'll always smile. Tell the man who stole her heart away from me to look her right in the eye as she walked down the aisle. 'Cause when I die, I won't be around anymore to always look out the corner of my eye. And that'll be the saddest thing to realize the day that I die. This is Ravenation's version of Be Together by Major Lazer and Wild Bell. Let me escape in your arms, baby, I'm yours, baby, I'm yours. Love don't come easy at all. I miss you so much, I miss you so much. Tell me, is this freedom, baby? Chasing after danger, making my heart race. Oh, whoa, maybe if the stars align, maybe if our worlds collide, maybe on the dark side we could be together, be together. Maybe in a million miles on a highway through the skies, someday soon we'll be together. She was a dreamer at heart, chasing the sun, chasing the stars. Rain spread through the sun. I miss you so much, I miss you so much. Tell me, is this freedom, baby? Chasing after danger, making my heart race. Whoa, maybe if the stars align, maybe if our worlds collide, on the dark side we could be together, be together. Maybe in a million miles on a highway through the stars, Someday soon we'll be together. 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 Maybe if the stars align, maybe if our worlds collide, maybe on the dark side we could be together, be together. Maybe in a million miles on a highway through the skies. Someday soon we'll be together. Maybe if the stars align, maybe if our worlds collide, maybe on the dark side we could be together, be together. Maybe in a million miles on a highway through the skies. Someday soon we'll be together. Whoa. 1996. When you can't form a thought about tomorrow, well then you know you gotta live for today. When you got no respect for the rest of the world, it seems like everyone is just in your way. The world's a little brighter when you make it an all-nighter and you know that it's time to get lit. And you gotta get sicker off the bottle of liquor, 'cause rum and cola's always a hit. I got it made 'cause I just got paid and hit the automated teller machine. Rocking the truth that they call Sonic Youth, jamming in the practice space the washing machine. And I fought the law until the letter of the law went and won. But they were really saying all the substance we'd been doing had already been a bit overdone. None of us could wait to be the children of the devil and dig into his bag of tricks. We were ready to rumble, and that's how the cookie crumbled back in 1996. When a party doesn't always present itself, sometimes you gotta seek it out on your own. When you gotta be the one to be the life of the throwdown, sometimes you gotta make it moan out loud and say, come on, ride the train, all you beautiful people. Isn't it ironic it's all coming back? 'Cause if you wanna be my fantasy and always be my baby, then you ought to know it's the return of the Mac. Tearing through town, getting down in the gutters, flying like a meteorite. Breaking parents' hearts like the Menendez brothers, 'cause we're the ones that's rolling with the daughters tonight. I raised the ruckus and the ruckus got me thrown in the pen. Even though it ended with me sitting down in lockup, I can promise you without a doubt I'd do it again. Tossing cinder blocks and rocks through storefront windows until the fuzz arrives to mess up the mix. Shining lights in the facade, yelling, oh my God, like it was 1996. Shaft on a raft, you know it's time to get smashed. Getting down on the track like a champ, such a batch of hacks in a hatchback, matching fat stash. Packing that glass like we were never gonna run out of grass. Tell the fire had already got to spreading as I watched it in the mirror while I was driving away. In the back of my mind, I knew it'd only be time for the prime of all the damage it had. Back at the scene of the crime where the city line died, we always kept it lit back in 1996.
Okay, that was a great set. I really
Thanks.
enjoyed all the
Thanks.
songs, seeing how it all kind of came together, and I'm sure the viewers will be interested in that, and will be interested to see how to get involved with Ravenation in general. I'm sure there's ways to get involved, even if it's just a like on a Facebook page.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to wrap things up with a music video you did, so we kind of get a bonus song in here, but you've got this music video laid out. It's called 2020. So kind of gives me a nod towards your 1996 song, but 2020 was a year that I felt maybe wasn't the best year of our times.
Sure.
And you wrote a song about that from your perspective, so the lyrics are provocative. Tell us about how it came about, and then also you had an interesting story about the problems you had with getting it uploaded.
Oh, okay. So there were two versions of it. One was a country version, and the other is the one that you'll be playing on the show today. The country version had profanity in it, but I believe was flagged for different reasons.
Yeah.
And it was flagged nearly instantaneously. I'm talking in a matter of seconds. I'm not necessarily sure how their algorithm works. I don't know a whole lot about YouTube. I'm hoping to learn more. But
It got a lot of views at this point, though, because
Yeah,
it made it through.
yeah, I think that video, that particular country video, is at 7,000. But my friend Chad did the cut of the new one, which is the one you'll see. That's kind of much more upbeat, and it had, I'd say, probably 96% of the footage in the other video, and didn't get flagged at all.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah.
there's no way to tell what's doing that, or
It's a free service. It's a free channel, so there's no real room to
Right,
complain
right.
At that point. And I think it's nice that artists are able to put things on there. A lot of copyrighted stuff doesn't get taken down anymore. You just have to put their ads in it, and that's
Sure.
a win-win.
Yep.
Because that would be a never-ending job to take off copyrighted material from,
Sure.
especially in the music industry, because it's something that people like to share. And so, okay, well, we're gonna watch that video to close out. So thanks for coming on the show.
absolutely.
And we'd like to let you know that our 8th episode will feature a band called Murnau. And we've got plenty of open spots on the soundstage. So if you are a musician who would like to come out, just let me know. All talent levels allowed, kind of an open mic. If you happen to be a band that is comfortable to be heard, that's always a bonus. But by all means, come on out and just have some fun on the soundstage, because anything goes on our local access channel. And I'm just happy to be able to help Muscatine and Quad City areas musicians have a venue and a format and an opportunity to share their talents. So until next time, I'm Chad Bishop for Aural Exam.
I thought 2019 was the worst year I've ever seen. And I was sure that in the next 12 months, the slate would be wiped clean. But I couldn't have been more off the mark, 'cause things have gotten so much worse. And I suffer to say that it hasn't quite gone just as well as we rehearsed. The world is quickly going to hell, and it's enough to make you sick. So far 2020, we got the short end of the stick. A viral pandemic brought the world to a screeching halt. And now everything is canceled, and you can't even leave the house. Every dimwit on the internet is giving medical advice. So instead of getting through this the easy way, we're gonna throw off the gloves to fight. This strippers taking round the sun is really put me on the floor. And I just can't seem to deal with much of this nonsense anymore. 2020, I won't let you be the death of me. 'Cause I'm trying to do the best I can, and I wish you'd let me be. 2020, I don't want you to break my metal heart, but you keep me around so much thus far, I don't even know where to start. And I know it probably tastes like somebody whipped in your coffee cup. That's 2020 for you, so go ahead and drink it up. In case you get through a single day without police brutality. So it shouldn't be a shock to anyone that there's rioting in the streets. Both clowns and some poor president can't agree on who's in charge. While the Wall Street punks that run this dump still very much remain at large. We're hell-bent on destruction, it's a real chaotic mess. And I just don't have the patience to deal with all this added stress. 2020, I won't let you rain on my parade. If this is what a sunny day looks like, then I'll go sit in the shade. 2020, we're about as screwed as we can get. You're trying your best to put me away, but I ain't dead just yet. And I know it probably feels like you're getting hit by a pickup truck. And that's how this year's gonna be, so you might as well buckle up. Mama says things will get better, but I don't give a rip. 'Cause if we don't see land here soon, I'm gonna up and jump this ship. It's never